Good afternoon, potato chips. We Paddy from across the shuck. And we've had an awful lot of videos on the case debacle that has gone on about their fit and finish. And this is not one of those, but it's come from one of those. And it's sometimes as human beings, as I do a lot of the time, moaning is really easy to do. And I'm not saying that anybody's moaned. That's not what I'm saying. Because there's been really, really bad fit and finish issues with Case for a long time now. And as a collector, I don't like it because I like their knives and I think they're letting themselves down. But we can moan until the cows come home. The true fact is that knife collectors are a very small majority of who Case sell to. Case fanatics will back them no matter what comes out because they're going to be buying the good knives. They can afford to pick and choose what they're buying. The average consumer doesn't. And the average consumer is the ones who watch our videos. Because like everybody keeps telling us, we are influencers, whether we like it or not. We all have a following of people who trust us or don't trust us. At the moment, Case knives are very, very difficult to promote because of the fit and finish problems. So what I decided to do was solutions. Let's see if as a community we can't find a solution to the problem that we can put forward to Case. And the way to do that is using our big influencers like Nick Shabazz, like Metal Complex, like Bird and Frankie. Let's use them and see if they can contact Case on our behalf if we can find a solution that we could put forward to Case to make it easier for us as collectors to buy a knife. But there is a but at the end of this. It might cost us a few dollars more. But I love Case for their designs and their covers, their bones. So that's not going to change. If I have to pay $10 more for a knife that has also got the looks but fit and finish, I would happily pay that. Will the average man on the street? Probably not. He'll buy what he gets because that's what he wants. He just wants a knife and he wants an American brand or, and you can put it to any brand. They just want the brand that they bought. They bought all their knives, I should say. And that's it. They don't really care if there's gapping, but we do. And we promote it to other people who want that same fit and finish that we do, but yet we still are a small minority of who Case sell to. So we have to make it enticing enough that Case would do it. So I have a solution, and then I want to hear what your solutions are. And if the solutions that I bring forward or somebody else brings forward that are better, why don't we ask Nick, because he's our biggest influencer, to contact Case and say, here's some options that we have. Do any of them meet with your approval? And if Case turn around and say no, well, then that's it. We stop promoting. I mean, you can show a knife, but don't promote it. Don't encourage people to buy something that there's a good chance you're going to get a bad fit and finish. So there we go. That's our buying power. That's our influencers being worked. And we need, as a knife community, as influencers, we don't have the power of all these other brand names like makeup and all that. But if we start doing it the right way, I think we can increase our influence on knife makers to up their fit and finish. So anyway, that's all a lot of old waffle. Here's my solution, because solutions is much better than just simply griping. And griping needs to be done, don't get me wrong. Again, this is directed at nobody. And I know Big Red wouldn't think I was getting on at him, because that's not what he wants either. He just wants a fair rub of the green like the rest of us. So here's my solution. Case select knives. Now, my solution, not only does it give us a better chance of getting fit and finish that is what we want, but it also creates a job or two or three, depending on how popular this model would go forward. So one, we're giving Case the opportunity to increase their workforce by one or more. It doesn't really matter. It's another person that's working in the knife industry that wasn't before. So here's what I said. You pay $10 extra for a Case Select. The Case Select knives, before they go to the manufacturer, or the big selling companies like I'm trying to think, like Smoky Mountain Knife Works or DLT or any of these companies. DLT are a good, they really back the American knife companies a lot as well. So if we can get one of them companies to accept Case Select knives, and what these are is you pay somebody who individually picks out knives that have good fit and finish. They are then packaged as Case Select. You charge $10 more for them. That will pay that man's wages, but it will also cover the next part of it. When we buy as consumers, and if we buy a Case Select, if that Case Select has to be returned, we get the $10 in a voucher back again off our next purchase. Wins both ways. It means that whoever's doing it is going to be checked. And look, this is just my way of doing it. I think you can employ somebody who can go around and just show him what is acceptable, because what Case counts as acceptable is not what we as collectors want. So you're paying somebody, and I believe at $10 extra, you're going to be able to pay him a really good wage, him, her, or as many as it will dictate. You start off by using DLT or Smoky Mountain Knife Works, who's probably their biggest customer. You sell the Case Select to them and see where it runs. Just see where it runs, where it goes. To me, that way, when I buy a knife, I'm going to be able to buy it from that company, and I'm going to know that there's a very, very good chance that it's going to be a good fit and finish. I can then recommend Case Select to my viewers, so that they're going to get a knife of the same quality. Now, I know we're adding money on, and nobody wants to add money on, but I don't see another way that we can entice Case to making that jump to get the fit and finish as I would want it. And I'm willing to spend $10 more on a knife. Now, bearing in mind, over in the UK, the Case Select dealer over here, I'm already $20, $30 paying more for a case than you are. So that's just the laws of economics that has to come from America to here. Hopefully our VAT laws, now that we're out of Brexit, we can sort it out with America properly, that we don't get this extra charge of knives coming into our country. But that's up to our government to do. So, what do you think of my idea? Do you think that's a good idea? Do you think it's a bad idea? Do you think it's an idea that would never work? Is it the sort of idea that we could give to somebody like Nick and say, go to Case and say, here we are, as Case buyers, as Case reviewers, here's a solution we think would be a good one. How many people agree with it, don't agree with it? I mean, it's very simple to say, oh, I'm not paying $10 more if they can't get their fit and finish right. But we're paying $10 more so that we can get the fit and finish. And if they have to give us $10 back for a poor quality knife that's been sent out, they're not going to do it. They're going to make sure they're picked right. So there's mine. I would love to hear yours if you've got a solution. This video is obviously going to be left up. So, I mean, don't worry about, and any good solutions that, look, they're only what I think. I'll do another video, a follow-up video next week of some of the solutions other people came up with to try and get the fit and finish. I have, what are they, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Case knives now, going from their basic up to their very high end. This is the vintage Tony bows. The fit and finish on this is just world class. It is beautiful. The fit and finish on this one, oh, let me just get that. There we go. It's pretty good. It's pretty good on the back too. So Case can do it. I just want to know that when I buy it, I'm going to get one like that if I'm buying the cheap one. There's little peanut. Look at that. Look at the fit and finish on that. How good is that? Look at the blade centering. That's a little peanut. So Case can do it. Here's another one that I love. Their Stag. This is why I buy Case. Look at the fit and finish on that. Absolutely perfect. Blade centering. Oh, blade centering. Pretty good. They're not touching the sides. That's all I want. A fair wrap of a deal. Here's another Tony Bowes, but not the really high end. Look at the fit and finish on that. That's good. It's not touching the sides. Sorry. It's not touching the sides, so that's good enough for me. And look at the back spring. Let's get that. Perfect. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. So that's what I want. I don't want anything flashy. I don't want anything that I don't deserve when I'm buying your knife. I just want a fair rap at it. So $10 more to get it handpicked and sent to dealers as a select so that I can order a select. And the $10 more will pay the wages plus for a person to do that. And every one that's returned, you get a $10 voucher. There you go. I think that's a solution. I don't think it's unrealistic. I don't think it's anything they can't do because they're a huge, huge conglomerate. So there you go. Let me know what yours is and let me know what you think of mine. Am I just talking twaddle? Is this not something that we could do? I believe if Nick took a solution to case, their answer would be listened to more when it's coming across on Nick's channel than me. I mean, all right, yeah, I have nearly 10,000 subs, but I'm not a big buyer. I don't have I buy a wide range of knives. Nick is a big seller for knives. So I don't know Nick. If those of you out there know him, take this to Nick and see what he thinks. Maybe he'll come. He's a cleverer man than I am. No matter what he says, he's a cleverer man than I am. And I respect, he is somebody who could come up with a better solution than the one I've put, which wouldn't be hard, I'm sure. But there we go. What do you think? There's a Saturday discussion. Talk amongst yourselves and get back to me. Paddy's away for a cup of tea. Bye-bye now.